Copyright.
Dylan. Who said that?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to go over that again, we should be live now.
I can. We have 2 carts.
Hey,
Cart 1 has a Silo, Jimothy, and Orla, and Cart 2 has Oz, Bophades, Zoran, and Valen. And Zoran is driving, and I think a Silo is driving the other one?
yes, because my
Steed? Magical steed? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
is pulling it.
Great. Thank you.
That's all I have.
Great.
The end.
Okay. So hopping in, I guess, a little bit here. So you guys decided to head up north first, before going kind of all the way out east. And instead of kind of like making your own path, you decided to go from Bryn Shander, take like the Tens Trail, as they call it, and go to Targos first, which you're going to go a little bit to the west. And then once you arrived at Targos, you kind of spend the night there for a little bit. And what was the other thing that kind of happened? You went into one of the inns. You talked with Owen for 2 ends. With 2 ends, he wasn't the kindest individual, and you decided, which is very interesting, to go immediately to the speaker and tattletale, or whatever you want to do, on him. You are escorted by the speaker, Nerth Maxel Dinar, of course. You guys remember his name? Rolls off the tongue. And sorry, you were escorted by him, and then what's his friend's name? Scoff. Who's the tiefling? So the tiefling escorts you in. You meet this individual. I think the main thing that kind of happened is that like he was very like appreciative of you guys telling him what's going on, and actually made you an offer in terms of saying, hey, maybe the inn requires a new innkeeper, and the place is called the Luskin Arms. So you guys were like, no, we couldn't, but maybe whenever we come back. So he kind of actually initiates this, kind of writes a like document saying that, hey, we've kind of discussed this, maybe I guess kind of revisit this in the future. So you guys bid him adieu. Then actually I missed something a little bit beforehand, but I guess it's not as important. There was some shenanigans before you guys head out. You heard something bump in the night at your inn in Bryn Shander before you headed out. You didn't quite suss out what that was, but that was something that happened. Okay, so where we left off, essentially, is that the next day, you guys are like, all right, we're leaving Targos, and you're continuing on the Tens Trail, heading northwest-ish towards Tourmaline. And I'll be quite honest with you, I don't think you guys made it there yet. Is that correct? All right, you guys just kind of started heading up.
Yeah, we were calling him for the night, and that seemed like a good time to stop the session.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. I was like, I don't have anything past that, so that's good that we're corroborating that story. All right. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, feedback?
Should we kill Owen now or later? I'm kidding. Just kidding.
A bit of both.
We don't have time for this yet.
How old is he? Oh.
Owen? I think I was selling it to him like he's old enough for Jimothy's criteria.
Yeah, but he'll be even older when we come back.
Yeah, but that runs the risk of him dying before we can get to him.
Okay, it's not going to be years. It's just going to take us like a week or
I
two.
pictured him. He was like in his, I think it's like he's in his like 50s or something like that.
And is he human, elf, dwarf, gnome?
Great question. He is a human.
Okay, see, this matters because if he's like a 50-year-old elf who let this child out of.
Yeah, he's basically a baby.
Right. Sorry. And then up here, who knows what the life expectancy given the conditions of things. So.
And we might think that he's 50, but he could actually be like a late 30s. You know.
Got some
Anyways.
on him.
Just had his
Tourmaline.
10th birthday party.
Are we talking like 80s 50 or early 2000s 50?
Okay, we are going off topic. We are going to Tourmaline. Tourmaline.
I'm always wondering, I was like, man, I feel like sometimes we don't make as much progress. I wonder if it's me sometimes.
No, it's definitely us.
All right, so yeah, we're marching, as fast as we can to the next town in our trek.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm on the I'm on one cart. Silo's on the other.
All right. Why don't you guys give me some survival checks?
Oh gosh.
That doesn't sound like us.
Well, don't say it too confidently there.
I should have. Should have rolled something for myself.
Well, I'll take
6.
the 21.
And his name is John C.
So like John Cena's sound is like barely coming in. What we got here? We got a 6, 14, 17, 21, and 23. Okay. Yeah, you guys are making like pretty decent progress. You notice as you kind of start heading a little bit further up north, that it's starting to snow a bit more, and it's becoming a bit more intense. So why don't you guys give me, and the temperature is starting to drop a little bit, why don't you guys give me all Constitution saving throws here to kind of see how you withstand the elements as things start to get a little bit chilly.
Who is within 5 feet of Oz? Because if this is like cold resistance, potential advantage, Oz's new coat.
I'll say
And such.
within 10.
Odd, Bophades, and Zoran are in the same.
Say
cart
within
together.
10 feet of me, you get. What is my charisma modifier? Darn it. A +2 to your saving throw. And Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so. 21?
Okay.
Sorry,
Because
what do
my.
people with Oz get?
+2.
A +2.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
No. For Oz, something else. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's been advantage, I think, typically.
Correct.
Okay, so I will roll again.
One better.
Okay, Constitution. Okay. Yeah. So you guys all kind of survive here. Or sorry, right? You're not really. Again, you're just. You're practically Northerners now. You might as well just change the name, as you're not really being afflicted by the elements as much. Okay, so you guys travel most of the day, and you guys get to a. You're not going to quite make it to Tourmaline tonight, unless you kind of want to push through late into the evening. So.
How far?
Oh,
Like, how late would we have to push?
You gathered that you probably would have to push like about maybe 3 or 4 hours, so you could probably get there maybe like 1 or 2 in the morning, perhaps. I don't know. I guess it'd be a little bit later, maybe like midnight, 1.
I think we can make it to town.
Yeah, but do we want to?
to perceive you? But something to think about.
Yeah, do we want to show up in this town in the middle of the night with? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can get there midday tomorrow, like noon.
So Tourmaline, when I look at my notes, the militia was wiped out. Most structures were destroyed, but they only had 30 people die. So they didn't have a lot of deaths, which is good. So yeah, I guess we could just stay out here. I mean, you have your tiny hut. We could use that if we needed to. So push
Yeah, I
forward.
would.
Okay, so we're good with staying out here, and then we can push forward in the morning?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'll spend the time to set up the tiny hut, and I'll let my phantom steed dissipate into nothingness.
Okay.
Like a farts in the wind.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Persistent one, though.
So, what did I want to say? Sorry. Okay. So, are you guys gonna do any watches or anything like that, or are you just kind of?
We'll just do
Or
some
we'll take a
clocks.
last watch. Yeah, I'll do a last watch, but I don't know. Sometimes we do 2 watches, or sometimes we do 3 watches.
I'll do
so
the first
whatever
watch.
that means.
Okay, first watch, Silo.
I think you always trust people to just do it. To the silo
Okay.
to watch everything. So
I was gonna say, I think the ones that need all the sleep they can get sleep.
Yeah, that's good. Oz, you can stay asleep. Well, yeah. I mean, Asilo and I can take care of the 2 watches. No big deal.
I mean, elves just have to transfer 4 hours, so
Okay. I'll just say, all right, Silo, why don't you start us off on first watch, and I'll just move things along here.
9.
Okay. Yep. Things seem to be pretty calm. You know, you're kind of like in your more just like power down mode, recharge mode, whatever you want to call it. And after a few hours, I guess maybe I'll ask this to Oz for a second. Oz, so is it like a barrier, like a solid wall? Is it clear? Like, how does it like if somebody threw a rock at it or something, like would it make like thunk sound? Or like, you kind of have some flavor on this. Like, well, how would you describe this? Your version of the hut?
let's see.
Is it like a brick wall?
It's an immobile dome of force, paper mache, spreads into existence.
You could say it reacts with like some forcefulness. Like it really like you throw something that kind of launches something back out. I guess if you wanted to, not necessarily like.
I'm probably just gonna go with like a hollow, like knocking sound if something were to impact it.
Okay. So, Asilo, maybe you're kind of nodding off a little bit or something like that, but you hear like a thump, like into the side, maybe like kind of snuck up on you, like maybe outside of your peripheral vision or something like that. You see a thump, kind of walk or like move into the tiny hut or something like that, and you kind of look over. And you see like a humanoid of some kind. Their face is kind of like down. They've got like really long hair, very disheveled. They look like they've got like ragged clothes, and they just kind of like bump into this hut here. What are you doing? It kind of like startles you a little bit, I guess.
It is opaque from the outside, so this person would not be able to see inside of it, presumably.
but you can see the thing that's up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can look out of it.
Well, I will cast Divine Sense.
Okay.
To see.
And you cast Divine Sense, and sure enough, you get a ping, and I'm going to say that you know what it is, of undead within that 68 foot, which you gather probably right there. You don't get actually, scratch that. You do get about 2 to 3 pings farther out.
Okie dokie. I will.
You get one immediate here, and then you get maybe like about you gathered 3. Maybe it just hasn't entered that radii yet on the outskirts.
I will watch it for the rest of my watch and see if it gathers more or moves on, and wait for the rest of my watch to go by.
Sure. So you wait, and it takes maybe it's funny enough, you see this thing kind of bump into it, kind of be idle there for a second, move maybe slightly around, and then try to walk into the it walks into the dome again, or the side of the hut, kind of walks around, and then it keeps going. And then maybe about an hour, or half hour, or maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, you see another one of these things bump into the side wall, and same thing, another one kind of follows maybe about a few minutes after that, bumps into it, does the same routine of bumping into the wall a couple times, and then keeps pressing on. And then this happens during your watch, maybe a total of 5 times altogether, before you get a full hour of nothing. And then you wait a bit longer, and your watch comes to it. And you see these things kind of mosey across into the kind of the distance, and they're kind of enveloped in the darkness and the snow of the night.
So, because no one has the watch immediately following mine, I'll write a note and pin it to my chest that says, "Undead creatures walking inside the dome passed by. Keep an eye out."
Okay. So, a bit of time goes by, and we'll say, was it Zoran you were going to do third watch? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't require as much sleep. You awake through your watch. You kind of look around maybe for a brief second, and then you notice that there's something pinned onto Silo's armor.
I wonder where he got this push pin. Just kidding. So yes, I will read his note, and I will see
It's
if
a
I can
load
find
stones.
something. Oh, perfect.
So, yeah, you get that information that you know that there's someone dead. And why don't you give me a perception check, please?
A 12.
Okay. So with a 12, your watch is far less interesting. You don't see any of these things that Silos were talking about. The snow kind of picks up. You kind of see it accumulate, and grows a couple inches into the night, kind of hugging good adjacent to the hut. But sure enough, towards dawn here, the snow eventually subsides, and yeah, we'll say that you guys can indicate that you marked a long rest and begin your new day.
Cool. Do I notice what shape the moon is? Are we concerned about Orla and the full moon and stuff like that? I'm assuming we are. She's traveling with us.
I mean, if you make it a point to look over to her,
I do.
Throughout the night, yeah, she's still fine. She has not transformed. You did not see the moon kind of pop out. Again, it was kind of covered up with the cloud coverage. It didn't open up that weird sense like last time. So you are Orla. For now, there's no concern with Orla.
We have been safe from Orla for 2 days. Great.
Yes. If you want to indicate that, if you want to start having an Orla tracker. Okay. So, yeah, what are you guys doing this morning? You guys kind of just kind of pack things up and ready to head out, or do you guys do anything different?
I'm gonna at least look over at Velen. Does she do anything in the mornings, or is she just like pretty much ready to go? Because I know she's like a researcher, but
yeah, she kind of like in the morning sends her owl to kind of look around a bit, and then she does spend some time kind of looking over her wizard's book, I guess, if you will, spells and whatnot, and seeing what she wants to have for the day. Not maybe a slightly different routine than Oz, but still the same concept. But yeah, nothing too much. So yeah, so are you guys just taking off? Is that what's happening here?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Why don't you guys give me a fresh set of survival checks, please? Dang, okay. Where are you guys? So you guys make decent progress. It actually, you make it to the outskirts of Tourmaline a little bit sooner, just before what you would perceive like lunchtime, noon. There, and kind of greeting you as you're kind of coming from the south part of Tourmaline. There's kind of like a big I don't want to say this, like sign of, it looks like they're kind of, the crest is like a blue shield, and there's like a white almost like a bass or something like that, some fish of some sort, kind of like diving up, and in the middle of the crest there's like this like little red circle that looks like the fish is kind of like diving up to eat or something like that. You see that, and you see kind of like below hand the text that says Tourmaline. So it looks like you've arrived to the right place. Yeah, it's not a hugely populated town. It seems like there's a bunch of, and it's by the water. And I'll say this, but kind of like as you're coming around it, I mean, it looks beautiful. Like the kind of like, it's almost picturesque. It's things like a little small, like cute seaside town. It's surprisingly pretty well, like the buildings are kind of like decently constructed in some sense, given the kind of the situation here. Are you guys kind of gotta pop right through? You guys it's just before noon here. Are you guys gonna just keep on trucking along, making your way north?
Well, we're going to Lonelywood, right? How far away is Lonelywood from Tourmaline?
Lonelywood's probably, because it's still like, this part of the trees here, this forest is like right where Tourmaline is. If you keep going along there, it would be maybe a few hours. You would probably get there maybe like 3-4 in the afternoon.
I assume we'll just kind of trek on through. Our destination is even further beyond, Lonelywood.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of is we can maybe talk to the speaker and just say like, "Hey, what's up? Anything you need to report? If not, we're just gonna keep on keeping on." But
if we don't have anything for them, I think we should just kind of keep pressing on.
cool. Let's go.
We can always check in for the side quest.
Yeah, that's mainly why I was asking. But if there's not
It's
a side
been
quest
terrorizing
here,
the town for the last 6 months. You said you would get on it.
Where have you been?
Just one more day.
just hold on for
Just
one more day.
Put a pin on it, and they're like, It's one of those things where like you start a quest, right, and you're like, we'll get right on it, and 6 months happen, but like you go back to the NPCs and they're like, we're really counting on you. Hope you can resolve this soon.
Okay, this is what people call like triaging. Like we just have to prioritize things. We move things based on their importance. It's
I
fine.
mean, to them, like they're
And-
immediate needs, they're important.
And the more money you can throw at the problem, the higher of import it is.
You
That's so
say
true.
that, but getting rid of all winter isn't going to be paying us anything.
That's true. Right now, it's not as lucrative.
We didn't have Jimothy or our lawyers come up with a good contract for us.
We need like a manager or something.
You need an agent.
Yeah.
Rude. I thought that was Jimothy. He's trying out for the job.
Well,
Party
it's
Eagle.
Hilarious. He
still,
doesn't even have the job yet.
it's still TBD.
He's trying out. It's still been a trial period. This is like an unpaid internship. He's just like, well, once we figure it out, we'll call you.
I mean, the advantage is that when it's sucky for us, he can be like, I don't know what I'm doing. No one taught me.
That's nice. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah. But let's keep on going.
Have you got anything to say, Jimothy?
No.
I'm just gonna let him talk their nonsense. Okay.
Timothy's just like, and I add it to my list of reasons to murder these people.
Yeah, as soon as they're old.
not any time beforehand. Just as soon as they're old.
Darn it, that means Silo's going to be the last one to live because he's like the baby of our group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I didn't get confirmation. Are you guys stopping by the speakers? No.
Do we have a little like quest indicator in our mini map?
I'll say this. In every single town you've been to, there's been a quest associated with it. It'd be a good assumption that this town would be no different. So that's up to you whether
Oh,
take it on or not.
Yeah, but is it like
Okay.
an original quest or is it like a daily
Silo,
quest that we
don't-
have to keep
We
repeating?
don't know until we go talk to them, so we have to make a decision as a
The
group.
fucking fetch
So
quest.
raise your hand if you want to go speak to the speaker.
No, there's an undead threat that is needs to be dealt with.
Why don't we go take a look? See what the speaker needs. Maybe they need like 4 Yeti pelts and we can just go get some of those.
Oz, you're
So on with you, Steve.
well, you
Okay.
can take Orla and Valen with you, and the rest of us will go in the other cart.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'm not
just
gonna
continue
play
on to
that game.
Lonelywood.
Just one player, and then all the other players by themselves. I'm still trying to figure out how to get rid of these NPCs. I don't have to play them.
I mean, I'm
Oh,
sure
no.
Jimothy could help you with that.
Yeah, just age them up a
Valen
bit.
is of age.
An easy way is having Orla turn into a wolf.
Bear, right? Werebear.
Yeah, werebear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So is it like a like koala bear, teddy bear, or is it more like a grizzly?
If you guys remember, it was like a like polar bear. So pretty big.
Okay. Still fluffy though, just vicious.
Correct.
Yeah.
Still fluffy,
Sometimes-
still vicious.
Sometimes it's red and not white because of the blood.
Okay. So you guys are gonna power on through.
That's dark. Because
saying.
blood's dark red.
Thank you. Okay. So you guys you go through Tourmaline. A couple people give you an odd look, wondering like who you are. But some people don't mind you or pay attention to you at all. And you make it to the outskirts. You see from a distance as you're like kind of going past turning the corner, getting enveloped in the woods, you see like a speaker has a little like exclamation mark around them running into the edge of town, and it's just like, wait, I had something for you, and then gone.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Bye.
and I'll carry your checks over. So after about maybe about 2-ish hours, why don't you all give me some perception checks, please? You might as well be survival checks considering they use the same skill. But...
What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?
21, 4. God damn,
Hades, Bofades, you have to open your eyes. We can't hear you.
And your microphone.
I was high and then low. I've gone 20, 18, 19, 1. All or nothing.
Okay. So I'll say that Zoran and Jimothy, and I think they're both in like separate cards here. You guys spot because you're now kind of like more in the wooded area. And you recall this. I mean, you're heading towards the Lonely Wood, surrounded by trees. You see like something like kind of ruffle or shake in the trees, or you hear like a big. Maybe that's what Zoran notices, and then Jimothy, you hear like a big like maybe like branch or twig snap within the woods, and you kind of
we
look
don't
out
see
and you don't
anything.
immediately see anything. Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. I was just saying, but we don't see anything. But you answered the question already.
Yeah, correct.
And it doesn't seem like it's like a freaking dragon coming through. It just seems like normal, like maybe a rabbit running through or something.
I'll say
It's
I'll say
tiny. It's not like big.
it's a little bit larger, I would say, than yeah.
I don't know that rabbits usually snap branches.
Right, they're not that big. Like
One in a
They
bunny
can snap
outfit.
tiny ones. They can snap the baby ones. The
I'm
sapling.
thinking of like the old like cartoon with the buff chicken. I don't know why my mind went there, but I'm thinking it's just out there in the woods, just breaking branches.
wait, like foghorn leghorn, like what?
Okay, now I'm gonna go look up snow hares like running through branches, but I'm gonna do that later. So, anyways, no, we think it's bigger than that, but not like the size of a fucking a
Elephant.
deer or something. Yeah, like an elk or something.
Yeah, you're not. I would say you're not quite certain on that, I guess. But yeah, but I would say maybe more on the order of that size. Okay, so do you guys just kind of press on then still? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll just mention it to the group, like what I heard, and point out the direction I heard it coming from.
Okay.
We'll just watch that way, I guess.
Sure.
I'll point that out to Oz and Bofades who are in my cart,
Great.
and I'll ask
Okay.
them, hey, if you see them, the ruffling, like following us, let me know.
Yeah. So you guys kind of press on, maybe a few hours later, and you eventually get to the outskirts of Lonely Wood. So are you guys gonna head towards the Ramshackle Inn? Is that the objective there?
Yes, we gotta get our money.
Okay. Okay, so you guys head to the Ramshackle Inn, and you notice that it's about maybe mid to late, a little bit late afternoon, about 4-ish when you arrive. You notice that there's some patrons in there, and you guys start walking around, and some people recognize you, like, oh, hey, it's a southerner, and then some of them are whispering, kind of pointing to your direction. And the place is looking a lot nicer since you guys left it, all things considered. So that's good. There's been some improvements, some cleaning up. It's looking not too bad. Maybe not still the most structurally sound, but it is a place. And you're greeted. He's like, "Oh, hello. You're back. I'm assuming you got my letter."
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Okay. So, shoot, Danae, I forgot. What was her name? Danae.
Yeah, Danae.
She's like, oh, okay, great. Would you like that now? Is that what you were looking for to pick up?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So it hasn't been the most fruitful, I would say. You know, it's a little bit of cost and repairs and things to kind of get things going. And she sends you back, and she's like, but she's actually done surprisingly pretty well. I would say, given like how long has it been? Like just a few weeks, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know, for
probably.
costs and everything. And she has a small chest of about, you know, in terms of like overall 75 gold pieces. You know, that's actually pretty good turnaround, I would say, in terms of like all costs and everything. Deductions is like, we had some good benefactors come in and everything, and you know, people were celebrating in terms of the hearing about your exploits, and that usually got people spending. And so here are that's your cut, 75 gold pieces. Hope up. I hope that meets your standards. Although I always say it's a little bit unusual in some respect. You know, there's a bit trial period and you know, some of the cost of things. So it'd be nice if I could. I know this is your cut and all that, but I could really use the money to you know, further invest in this place. You know, sprucing it up a little bit. Maybe get some different offerings and make this place a little bit more hospitable and all that.
Why don't we leave 25 gold of the 75, and then we can each have 10 each. She can do 25 of the 75.
Do you guys oppose this idea, or are you guys like, I want my money now?
I mean, Danae, what improvements could you do with 25 gold that you couldn't do with the 75? Or whatever. Like, is there something really pressing? Is there like a hole in the roof we need to consider patching up or something?
And she's like, yeah, actually, that would be it a little bit. The roof seems to be unstable. A lot of heat escaping from there, and it'd be nice to get that done.
There's like a certified guy in town who could do that for you, or you asking like your cousin's cousin or something to do it?
Call shamrockroofing.com today.
Right.
Well,
like,
hold on. It's what, like 4 p.m. right now, roughly. Our destination, you know, after this is a little uncertain. What if we just stayed here for the rest of the day and overnight and head out tomorrow? And maybe I can see if I can fix anything around the inn with paper and magic.
Well, I would say this is like, might be a bit difficult. It might take you some time. I mean, it's a whole roof, I would say.
Well, how big?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Let me pull up the exact dimensions. I mean, I could probably take the time to figure out. There's a map for it, I guess. Stand by if that's really something you're looking for.
Well, no, it's more so anything that I can fix with mending, I'd like to maybe go around and do that. But if the hole is like a 4-foot wide hole, then mending's not gonna work on that. I'm gonna need a more powerful mending, like.
Yeah, I'll say this. Just, it's not necessarily that it's a big old, huge hole. You know, they probably would have done something like that. But you would say like a roof. I would say for this, mending is probably not as appropriate. For what they're looking for. So,
I mean, you could fix the hole and make the hole look nicer.
Thanks.
I have mended how the hole looks.
Now it's a skylight.
Yeah, so 25 will help. I think that's a good compromise. And then if individually we want to give our 10 gold to Danae, she can do what she needs to with that. But doesn't she have our pot our unlimited soup here?
Yes, that's mainly the primary reason I'm able to kind of give you most of the money. People don't really spend in gold pieces here. A lot of them contribute in silver and then the like. So, it's mostly other more solid items that usually I have to take a hit on in terms of cost. But and she's like, "Well, I'm also welcoming business ideas. If you're feeling like the rates aren't appropriate, or if I'm not charging enough, etc."
Oh my
etc.
god. Also, we don't need a menu of like what she's charging. I don't want to do that.
I mean, you guys are inquiring about the finances. You're like, "Hey, why you guys have a pot? Why is there no money?"
I'd like to see that menu and see the price breakdown, and let's go
She's
through.
She's
Let's go
charging
through the
nothing for the
accounting
soup.
sheets.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd like to perform a full audit. Thank you.
Yeah. Roll insight check for audit.
I will go ahead and give my 10 gold back to invest into the inn.
Okay.
Same here, because I have plenty of, I don't want to say plenty of gold, but I didn't spend as much as other people in our party. So I will just give her my 10.
I will give up my 10.
Okay.
Mostly because I don't want to have to save it in my
10.
character sheet.
It is not giving up 10. It is reinvesting our 10. So I am hoping we can get this back eventually.
Yeah, can we check that reinvest dividends box?
Yeah. The return on investment. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we expect the net in a couple of weeks that 75 to turn into 750.
Oh gosh. Maybe in a year.
You want a tenfold return in what, a couple of weeks? Is that what you're telling me?
Compounding interest.
Not, we're gonna cut you up like Joanne's.
Whoa.
Sell you out parts.
She's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, she knows of your guys' exploits. Like, you've killed a dragon, if not multiple. I don't know if the story hasn't quite spread yet. Like, she clearly does not want to mess with you.
Well,
Just,
Fades,
yeah.
I meant the craft store. Vulture
She doesn't know what a Joanne's is. Bofades.
She's like laughing, like she's like, ah, ha, 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 like slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, nobody knows what Joanne's is because.
So, okay. So, whoever gives it, I mean, she'll take it. She offers you, dinner and board and all that, of course, free of charge, since you guys are the proprietors of this place.
She's like 10 gold each.
And you notice that she has to like tell somebody like, "Oh, I'm sorry, your reservation is no longer valid. We have very important guests here."
No. You can take the room. That's we only need like 2 rooms each or something. I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah, she goes to this like sickly old woman. She's like, "You're out. You're." No, okay. I'm just messing around here. You guys have a place to stay. Is there anything you guys want to move things along? Is there anything you guys want to do before you guys kind of settle in for the night?
Isn't Lonelywood the one that had the speaker with the good cookies and dinner?
Yes, if you'd like to.
I only say that because if I'm out of room now, I'll probably go hit up the speaker and go stay at her place.
No, sorry. You do have a room. I was just messing around. You do have a place.
Yay. Okay.
You don't have to go speak to her unless you really want to.
I don't.
Okay.
We got places to be.
All right.
Yeah, we're trying to speed run this last piece.
Say that again.
We're just trying to speed run this this next leg of the journey.
I mean, you guys are at the you're getting kind of like either you can all call this the maybe like the last third, I would say. You're actually doing like surprisingly like pretty well, I would say. It really depends how much further you want to extend. I mean, there's a bunch of different things you could do, but if you're speed running this, you can save a lot of time.
So yeah, we'll reserve the room and then leave town at like 4 p.m. because we got like another 4 hours of daylight or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
You guys reserve the
before we
room.
leave the next morning, I am going to talk to Danae about her letter communication skills. Maybe next time she can let us know how much a rider would be or something, so it would give us an idea of how much gold it might be. Her letter needs to be a little bit more specific.
Okay. Are you gonna do it as a PSP, praise, suggestion, praise?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So we'll say, barring nothing, you guys have a nice long rest. You guys aren't disturbed. I'm not gonna make you guys. You're gonna be safe in this evening. I have given you plot protection for the night.
But the morning, right when you wake up.
Right when you wake up, roll for initiative. Yeah.
Darn it, and Orla's good too. She didn't eat a bunch of people.
Correct. Yes, I provided you protection, plot protection from Orla as well. You have the GM promise that she didn't just eat a bunch of people in the night.
The GM has given us ample restraint.
Yes, exactly.
I will ask in the morning if, because she had mentioned that, you know, the 75 could be used to reinvest in the inn and you know, make some upgrades. I'll ask her what she could do with maybe even more money and whether or not that would increase our return on investment.
She's like, I haven't really thought about it. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I could look into getting finer things, I suppose, but I mean, Lonelywood's a pretty small town. Actually, I'm looking at this, and maybe the number I gave you was kind of crazy. It's only a population of 100 people, so I don't know.
Yeah.
How she gets
So when you said
crazy.
75 gold, I was like, dang, what are these people
Yeah.
doing?
Well, maybe all of their
75
houses
silver.
got ruined in the attack, so they have to come here to stay.
Yeah, and that is true. I'll say this, that I kind of like maybe, you know. She
Oh,
did have the people that
Lonelywood,
got
everyone survived.
What?
That's what my notes say. Everyone survived, but the structures were destroyed.
Yeah, so a lot of people were displaced, except the ramshackle. I think I promised you guys that the ramshackle remained.
Mm-hmm.
So, so yeah, I mean, I don't know where they probably hid into the woods here, and they were able to kind of survive a lot of it. But there are some people that are not from Lonelywood that probably stayed here. That's probably what the closest. You know what you do? You charge the foreigners a bit more.
Yeah.
The non-locals.
That makes sense. Yeah. They don't know pricing up here.
Okay. So, she says she's not sure. She says she can get back to you on that. As in, Celso will get back to you on that. What that looks like, but she thinks 75 is more than sufficient.
Okay.
Get this place really up to snuff. Actually, you know what, Oz? Why don't you give me an insight check?
Insight check. Oh boy.
And Zoran, why don't you as well, because you kind of talked to her a little bit.
Okay, 16. That's not too bad.
A 10.
Okay.
About average.
So you, with a 16 Oz, maybe kind of like through the night, you kind of gather that like she doesn't really need this much money. The ramshackles looks okay. I mean, it could use some repairs, but you gather that she's thinking about using this money towards like helping out the town in general.
Oh dear. That is not going to be... Ugh. We're going to have problems.
So just something to think about, whether you know, she was pretty happy, and you know, kind of thinking in hindsight that she would get the 25 anyway. But if she got more than that, I mean, she's like, okay, I can use this for something else. Now, I'm not gonna make you guys like feel pity or anything like that. You know, if you guys, I mean, it doesn't have to go to that. So, just something to think about. That there was a little bit of an ulterior motive with asking for some of the money back.
Nah, Zoran doesn't get that impression. I
Not
mean,
you, Zoran, not
Danae
you,
told
Zoran.
her it was
Oh.
fine.
Yeah. So you're good.
I mean, all of 10 Towns is hurting, so, you know, we're trying to think overall big picture.
Yeah, 10 gold's no big deal. Not now.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys want to do before you hit the road once more?
No.
No.
Okay. So, why don't you guys give me a new set of survival checks, please, since you're starting to head out.
No!
What the hell's going on?
Oh
What the
shit.
hell's going on?
That's not good. Bofatus did good though.
Hey, crushing it.
Oh man.
And they made it as far as Lonelywood, and that's where their journey ended.
We're missing.
What the
Who
hell's
falls
going on?
into the vat of never-ending
What the hell
food?
is going on?
Oh, that's even more impressive. Good God, are you guys even trying to live?
We're not gonna make it through this campaign. Oh my god.
Shut up, Bophades. We are trying our best.
Hey, there's
We're
only
rolling
one
the best
guy
we
pulling
can.
his weight on this one.
So, okay. So,
Do we even get out of the frickin' inn?
so you guys do make it out into the woods, but you notice that to get through the woods, to get further up north, you have to go through either go roundabout back kind of the way you came through Tourmaline, or you can just like go north, hung alongside the water here. There's a path between the water and the woods, and eventually that path kind of gets enveloped by trees there. And eventually you guys start kind of like looking around, and you're a bit lost in some sense. You're like, wait a minute, did we just come through here? And you're kind of a bit confused about what's exactly going on. And after a bit of time, why don't you all give me some perception checks, please?
And his name is John C.
Staters
From
and
One side of the dice to the other.
Goodness, guys. Good Lord. Okay, anyone roll above an 18, which I think there's 3 of you there. Silo, Bophades, and Jimothy. You guys hear like a large roar. Kind of like as you're maybe about 40, 60 feet away from you all within the woods here. It seems pretty close. Somehow the rest of you don't hear it as immediately, but so what do you guys do?
Wait, tell what it was? Was it nondescript? Anything specific about it? Just the direction?
I'll say Jimothy, or not Jimothy, Bophades, you hear that it's coming maybe from the east from you all, where you're kind of positioned. And why don't you give me a nature check, Bophades?
Yeah.
You're decipher what this is. This kind of roar that penetrates. Maybe it's a bit farther out. I don't know.
And his name is John C.
Okay, I think I have have to give it to you because I don't quite.
Satyrs in the wilderness, bro. We wildin'. We wildin' out.
You're wilding out. You actually recognize this as a call of an owlbear, funny enough.
Ooh. I choose to not tell Oz this. No.
Nobody gets to be in the hut.
I just think it's so funny. Like,
I will absolutely the direction that it is. I will say, did it sound like a pain roar, or like it's trying to mate with something roar, or yeah. See, I see Zorn knew where I was going with that second one, or something like that.
Man, you know Oliver way too well.
I take it back. Tell Oz immediately.
I'm just trying to clarify if I know what type of incident we might be running into. Like, this potentially wounded rescue mission.
I'll say this. It sounds like it's I'll give it to you for a natural 20. It sounds like more of like a bit of like pain in some sense, but a bit like territorial. Like it's trying to stand its ground in some sense.
Okay. All right. Well, I will notify the group, maybe toot the loot, so to speak. And say, guys, I think we should pause here. And this doesn't sound too far away. I'm assuming if we're hearing an owlbear roar, it's probably relatively close. Maybe a couple kilometers or something like that. So I think we should go check it out.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I think Greg just looked up because I used the metric system instead of saying a couple of miles, and he was concerned.
He's like, that checks out.
We're playing D&D. We prefer kilometers.
Hey! Wow.
Okay, well, it was great playing with you guys.
That's the one. That's the one.
Ooh! All right.
I just prefer meters. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I think we should go check it out. If we're hearing something like this, maybe a little defensive issue, I think we need to look into what's going on.
Since Velen is here, can I ask her, like, does she communicate with her owl somehow? Could the owl maybe scope out, maybe report if it's nearby, like how close it is to us, if we know the general direction? Or is that not something her owl does?
No, she could do that. She kind of chimes up, and she's like, I could send the owl, and won't be able to communicate as much, but she's got a notion of what's going on. So she kind of beckons to send her owl out, and yeah, so the owl kind of returns. And she notices that, like, she's like, oh, she claims to be that there's a humanoid out there with this bear.
All right.
Okay.
Can the owl guide us to where to go, so we can get there quickly?
She's like, yes, it shouldn't be too far out. Sure, okay. So give me one hot second here.
Sorry, yeah, because we are going after this. I imagine Oz is really wanting to see this owlbear.
Well, no. Has anyone actually said what they think it is, or have they just said, "Hey, we're running towards, like a bear"?
Well, Fady said he said what it was, or what he thought it was.
Yeah.
Strange that this loud roar, I just didn't hear it. Must have wax in my ears.
Yeah.
Zoran thinks it's because she's on the cart. There's just lots of noises out here. I don't know.
Get the wind whipping by. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 hot second.
We've got the windows down, so it's got that weird like womp 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 kind of going through the vehicle.
Yeah, well, and it's only one of the flaps, so then it's like a weird because like the other one isn't there to balance it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure. That's fine. Okay, so let me bring you guys to the map here.
Going on a map, that means we get to kill it.
Pretty much.
That's a great way of thinking about it. Let me bring you guys this forest map here. We've been on this map before. I'll pause here. So you guys see before you, let me try to describe a little bit of the description here. You notice that as you're kind of like coming through the woods and you're followed by the owl, Belen's kind of leading you all. You notice that there's this owl bear. Oz and Silo are very familiar with these creatures, given the experience the first time exposing him to the path. And you notice that this like owl bear is kind of like standing in defensive stance, roaring at this. And you notice that there is this like dwarf who's kind of like holding like an axe. You notice that the part of the owl bear's fur is a little bit bloodied from maybe like a slash at its side there, and he's like shouting on it. He's like, "Begone, you beast! Best you get out of here before I kill ye!" And the just like
In perfect dwarven, the owlbear responds.
So what do you guys do? You guys come across this situation. How do you guys react? You kill the dwarf? Like, what's happening?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oz is gonna step forward and be like, "What are you doing to that magnificent creature?"
And he goes, "Huh? Who are you?" And he doesn't want to like turn. I mean, he's got his back towards you. He's just like, he doesn't want to like turn to you because he's just like, "Get out of here! I'm taking care of this. Best for your own safety."
No. What are you doing to that magnificent creature?
And he's like, "Can't you see?" And the owlbear kind of like interrupts him, and he's got a little bit distracted. It lunges at him. And with that, I will have all of you roll for initiative.
It's on the map. We have to kill it.
That's sure. Whatever you guys want to say.
And his name is Vengeance!
Okay, let me roll for the NPCs here. Did you guys all roll? I don't know if I hear for you.
Yeah, we've all rolled.
Cool. Sorry, I couldn't quite tell. All right.
Looks like it.
All right, round one. Then we've got Jimothy. You're seeing this owlbear starting to like lunge at the dwarf here. What are you doing here?
Does the dwarf look hurt?
No. It seems like the dwarfs drew first blood.
What a dill pickle.
I don't know why I'm inclined to take the owlbear side, to be honest. Just gonna be honest. If we're out in the wild and a creature is attacking like a dwarf, I don't know why I would help the creature kill the dwarf.
Because we have a wizard that will kill us if we hurt the owlbear. I don't know much, but I have a feeling I'm gonna go fireball up the butt if.
Are we in a fenced hunting ground? Probably not. All right, what are y'all doing here? Or what are you doing here, Timothy?
Yeah, with what makes sense.
It's tough here. I mean, if you wanna wait, I guess you could, or like hold an action or whatever.
I guess I will move up. 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
20, 25. I'll move up there and I will, I guess, hold an action to see what is happening. I don't know. Like, I guess I have an idea that Oz has a fetish for these owlbears for some reason. I don't know why. But to be honest, like if it's going to be between the owlbear and the dwarf dying, I'm probably just going to kill the owlbear. So, but I'll hold an action to see if this owlbear like gets crazy and starts mauling the dwarf, in which case I will attack the bear.
Okay. It is all right. You go holding that. It is the owlbear's turn. The owlbear does continue what it's going to do, and it him. The owlbear is going to come up and try to claw at the dwarf here. And, wow, rolls a natural 1 and misses. However, it does have a another swing here as it tries to claw it as well. I'm gonna try to. It actually tries to claw, and as it misses, it's gonna try to bite him with its and hits. Towards AC guy. Combat team of myself, and if it hits, takes a big chunk of a bite at his arm there. Just to take a certain amount of damage. So, that is going to be its turn. We're going to go up next. Or I guess, Jimothy, were you holding something? You said this guy maybe got attacked.
Yeah, just an attack, so.
Alright, rolled it. Fire here. At the owlbear.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1. I rolled dice.
Okay.
Oh wait, I get to re-roll because I'm a halfling.
Oh, right.
Oh, that didn't auto do it for you?
I'm rolling dice for my attacks.
Oh.
I rolled a 9 plus 7, I think. 16?
A 16 does indeed hit against the owlbear.
Right. That would be 9 psychic damage.
Okay. Takes it as such. It seems to be. I'll go through it. There's nothing special to it. Okay. So that'll be your turn, and then the owlbears, and then we'll go up next to Bophates. Bophates, you notice that the bear has taken a bite out of the dwarf's kind of like arm there. Jimothy has shot at it. What would you like to do?
Jimothy shot at the bear?
Well, I guess he sent his blades, which I don't think they're visible, so.
Okay.
Or I can maybe get here.
No, that is all right. I am going to Sasha's hideous laughter
Okay.
on the owlbear.
Owlbear. Okay, a wisdom saving throw. Roll said roll here. Oh, no way. And it actually succeeds with a 15.
Okay.
Shocking to me, by the way.
No, you're good. So that there goes that, and I'll stay back where I'm at. But what I'm keeping an eye on is what the dwarf does, kind of next. So just gonna keep an eye out on that to kind of gauge what might be going on here based on what I knew about the roar and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. So we will move on here to Oz. Oz, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is.
Complicated.
Only if you have morals, but yeah. Oz is going to try and teleport the dwarf away from the owlbear with Vortex Warp. And Oz will try and get the dwarf, like, I don't know, maybe like right here.
Behind Bellin. Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have to roll a save? Oh, it does.
They can choose to fail, but I doubt this dwarf knows exactly what the heck's happening, so we'll see.
I'm going to roll for it just because he's not aware. I would say I would give the option to the allies, but since he doesn't know you all, make him roll that save.
Yeah, and I don't have time to tell him that I'm trying to get him out of danger.
What the freak? He rolls a 16 exactly.
All right, well, I guess it's time to expend this whole. No, I really want you to fail as I use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay. All right, I will re-roll that and take the worst roll here.
Yeah, I guess it just auto rolled.
Disadvantage. I'll roll for it. He fails this time with a 7, so he will then be like, and he goes transformed over here.
And I'll give Jimothy the advantage.
Okay.
Since now Jimothy is the snack in between us and this owlbear.
All right. So, okay. Anything else there, Oz?
I'll stupidly step forward 5 feet. That's it. It's gonna be my turn.
I like it. Up next, it is Zoran. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I was gone for a little bit. Did we discover if this owlbear has good intentions or not, or whatever? We haven't discovered anything, right?
It took a bite of the dwarf. Then Jimothy shot at it. Then Beatty's tried to cast a spell, but the owlbear succeeded. Then Oz teleported or vortex warp the dwarf behind Bella.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
where we're at.
All right, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals and see if I can talk to this owlbear.
Okay.
I'm going to say, why are you attacking this dwarf? And I will see if it can respond.
Okay. All right. Why don't you give me a persuade?
A 15.
Okay. 15. Okay. I will hold that until the owlbear's turn.
Darn it, I should have also said we will not hurt you unless you hurt us, but I didn't have time to say that, so.
No, that's fine. I'll say that within that. You can have that message sent across.
And I'm good where I'm at. I can stay where I am.
Okay, great. So then it'll be Asilo's turn. What would you like to do, Asilo?
Okay, I will. Rush up in front of Jimothy.
Okay.
I will cast Shield of Faith on myself,
Yep.
which bumps up my AC by 2.
Cool.
And I will take the dodge action.
Nice. Okay. All right. It is going to be the dwarf's turn. He's kind of confused. Well, what the hell happened to me?
Oh no, I missed a piece.
And he's like, he's like, no matter, and he pulls out his a crossbow here, and he's going to just pull it out and then take a shot with it. And he'll drop his he had a hand axe at his hand, and drop that to the fire at the owlbear. And misses with a 6. So that's cool. Pretty awesome. What a great great player.
No matter, I'll just miss my shot.
Yeah. All right. So now what do I want to do? It is Velen's turn. She is. She is going to pull ye old same thing that Bophades did, kind of following suit, seeing that she kind of saw him try to cast that, and cast as well her own Tasha's hideous laughter, making the owlbear roll the wisdom save here. And this time the owlbear does fail, and so it is kind of stars over, and it's it's gonna seem kind of weird. It falls prone and it starts laughing. You hear this kind of like weird, like almost like shrieks of an owl in some sense, like as it's kind of like rolled over on its back, maybe a little bit deeper.
And what does that sound like, DM?
No, don't make me do it. I'm not good at that.
I'm sure it's a hoot.
Boo! Okay, so nice. Well done, Velen. That is going to be her turn. It is going to be Orla's turn. Alright, since you guys kind of dictate what Orla does, do you guys just want to go have her go smashing, go cut up that owlbear, or what do you guys thinking she should do? Or hang tight?
Oz is like, why are we killing this owlbear that apparently, you know, we stumbled upon this scene and the owlbear was bleeding and the dwarf was fine.
I think because if it was literally any other monster, we would be killing the monster.
That is correct. I have a...
Yes, I don't disagree with you, Jimothy.
He's like, that's it. There's no... But okay, so Orla is going to, barring the instructions, she's going to do what Orla does. she's going to. And I'll say that. You'll hold an action here, I guess. And if the creature comes to her, she will take a strike at him. Granted, she probably won't, given that Silo's right there. All right, top of the round, Jimothy. What would you like to do?
So I guess since the dwarf is no longer like in danger, I'll turn around and say, what was happening here?
Okay.
And that'll be, I guess I'll hold an attack if the thing attacks me or a Silo or anyone else in the group.
Okay. So we'll go. It is the owlbear's turn here. So right now it is laughing. I'm wondering. It has HP, returns damage. I'm trying to think here. So it's on the ground laughing. So I guess it have to spend like half its movement to become unprone, or does it have like? Does it lose that turn here? Or does it help me out here? There. Oh, 80s on the spell here.
Make saves to stop laughing, I think.
Yeah, so I guess I'll have to say that. All right, the turn is lost in some sense, and I'll make it roll the save here to see if it maintains that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it fails. It is still somewhat laughing uncontrollably on the ground here. So then I wanted to see here, Zoran, what did you roll for your persuade? So now it can't hear you.
I rolled a 15 for my persuasion.
Okay, so I'll keep that. I'll keep holding on to that. I mean, right now it's kind of like laughing on the ground, so I can't really do much. What are you guys hoping to do here? I mean, you guys kind of have another turn here. I don't know. We can kind of go through each individual person, but what are you guys' overall objective? Are you guys just trying to like capture the creature, kill the creature, buy yourself enough time? I mean, you guys pretty much now have a full round to kind of just get away if you wanted to. Just leave the creature here. What are you guys thinking?
That depends on the dwarf's answer, I think. Because, like, you know, Jimothy's not wrong. Any other monster, we'd be coming to the dwarf's rescue. Oz, in this case, is not going to attack the owlbear.
Okay. What are you guys?
But yeah, I think we want to know why an altercation happened anyways. If this guy just was hiking and he just happened to come here, or what? I don't know.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Like, is this owlbear menacing a nearby, like, hamlet or something?
Good point. Okay. So. All right. Okay.
When we came up, he was telling the owlbear to go away.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make me feel like he was like hunting this owlbear or anything like that. Like he was telling it to leave.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Okay. We'll kind of keep moving along here, just to keep the initiative, just to keep things moving here. So, Bobades, are you gonna just hold until we get to the guy's turn, or do you want to do something different on your turn?
Yeah, I'm still trying to see what kind of the dwarves' intentions were.
Okay. And then we'll say.
I don't think these creatures are typically hunted and sought after for. Or maybe I don't necessarily know. So I'd like to see if we can find that out and what his goals are.
Okay. Sure. Okay. I'll say Oz. I'm assuming you share that same opinion.
Yeah, basically, if we can just, like, if we can reason with it, if Zoran's spell works and we can actually have a conversation with the owlbear, great. Otherwise, if we can just drive it off, I mean, there's now a number of us, so most creatures won't attack a large group, so maybe it'll just limp off.
Okay. Same thing. Okay, Zoran, I'm assuming you're also waiting for what the owlbear says.
Yeah, I mean, the owlbear's gonna keep laughing, I guess, but yeah, if we can find out from either yeah, I'm waiting. I guess I'm following whatever Oz is doing, because if he's gonna let this owlbear just live, I'm not gonna let Oz die or something.
Sure.
So I will wait.
All right, and then I'm just gonna move in the here. Silo, I'm assuming.
I'm holding a spell, dependent on the answer that the dwarf gives.
Okay. All right, and then finally the dwarf. So it's the dwarf's turn, and he goes. Since you guys asked him, he's just like, I was just out here cutting down some trees, and this thing came across me, haunted me. I didn't bloody mean it. So that's his thoughts. What do you guys want to say with that information? So that's we use. Also, you guys, if you guys want to have a brief exchange with him, you guys can say something else to him. But that's his thought. He said it just came across him, and he was just chopping down the tree or something like that.
Well, then I look at the dwarf and say, well, if you believe this creature is hunting you, then I suggest you flee and cast command.
Okay. Yeah. You will roll a wisdom save there. And fails with an 8, and
He has to spend his turn taking off running because I told him to flee.
Okay. He will do that if he takes off and goes off the map here. All right.
And I suggest we follow suit.
Okay. So, so then for all intents and purposes, are you guys just going to run off, or are you guys going to stick around and wait for the bear to kind of come back, save, or if you guys want to drop the spell? It's Velen's turn next, so she has the option to drop the spell if she wants to. But what are you guys' thoughts here?
I think we get as far away as possible before she drops the spell.
Okay.
And hope it doesn't follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. So we'll say that for all intents and purposes, we'll say that you guys are out of combat. You guys run off. Eventually, Velen drops a spell as she kind of gets a decent way, and you guys are now back into the woods, just kind of by yourself. And I'm assuming you guys are going to try to figure out a way to get out of here because you've been trying to navigate through all of this. Is the plan, or is it anything you guys want to do as you kind of collect afterwards, after you kind of run off deeper into the woods? What are you guys doing here?
I say we follow the dwarf because the dwarf will know where the safe place to flee is.
Yeah. So I mean, the dwarf, I'll say this, is probably heading back towards Lonely Wood. So I don't know if exactly that's the direction you guys want to go, but it's something to consider.
I mean, we'd probably follow a little ways to make sure that, he's safe and the owlbear is not pursuing, and then continue on our way.
Mm-hmm.
That works for me. All right. Why don't you guys give me a new set of survival checks, please? Let's see.
What the hell is going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?
Is this hot garbage again? What happened here? Oh my god. more binary here. Okay, we got 4, 18, 4. All right. Cool. What do you guys? You guys think you're okay? Yeah, not great. I mean, not the best rolls, but eventually you guys do take some time, and you're kind of able to figure out, okay, this way seems like it's north, and eventually you do kind of like break out of like the small patch of woods that you guys were kind of stuck in, and you're back on the track. Unfortunately, it takes you a bit of time, and you're back into evening time, and you kind of burn most of the day dealing with this situation. So you're just at the outskirts of the woods, and it is nighttime. What are you guys doing? You guys gonna keep on going? I mean, you have quite a ways of travel in order to get north here, to where you're potentially looking to investigate here.
I think we should pack it up for the night. I mean, if we still got quite a ways to go, doesn't seem all that ridiculous to slow up versus wearing ourselves out trying to get there.
Okay. Great. Okay. All right. So then, are you guys? I'm assuming you guys are doing watches, kind of the same structure where Silo goes first and then Soren.
I'll set up the hut and allow the owlbear to enter along with the rest of us.
I will cast my rope trick then. I'm just kidding. Sleep
No.
somewhere else. Yes, I will take the third watch. Asila, do you want to take first?
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
And both Fades will be reading his book.
Okay. So, all right. Why don't you give me a perception check there, Asylum?
16.
16. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this time this watcher maybe a bit more astute and aware of what's going on here, and maybe a little more vigilant. And yeah. However, this time it seems that the watch goes relatively undisturbed, pretty boring, and yeah, you're able to kind of pause there for the night, shut down, and then the next part goes a little bit quiet, and eventually we'll get to Zoran. So Zoran, why don't you give me a perception check?
Oh my gosh!
You can. Similar situation. Maybe you fall asleep, doze off a bit.
Yeah, probably.
But fortunately enough, again, this evening seems to be pretty calm. No one's really bothering you, and you guys can indicate a long rest as the morning kind of comes around again. Return any of your resources that you were lost or spent. Okay. So now the next part of the journey. So, this next part here, I think for the sake of time, because I kind of want to keep things moving along here, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a check here to see how long it really takes you to get up to kind of the next portion. I don't want to plays every day and then do a bunch of random encounters. As long as you guys are okay with that, that is technically what's part of the journey here, but I do kind of want to move on to the next part. Unless you guys wanted me to make a bunch of those rolls here, but if you guys are desiring the XP, but I'm not really tracking XP in that sense. It's more of like chapter by chapter. There's certain milestones that I've established where you guys are level up. So,
Well, wherever that next milestone marker is, we'll go there first and then get back on track.
Yeah.
So how many more kilometers to that next milestone?
Boo.
I believe it's a kilostone.
Okay. All right. So, I'll have you guys roll another set of survival checks, and this is really kind of determining how many days it's going to take you to get to this next partner.
What the hell is going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?
Oh no, hang on. I think it was just that you got that natural one. Oh. Okay. So, let's see here. It's going to take you about maybe 4 days worth of travel. You guys follow a pretty decent path here, but eventually you guys start to see, as you're heading north, you start to see what seems to be like a coastline that kind of like you're kind of like going up this snowy hill. And you look down and you see like this kind of coastline, and you see big, large chunks of ice. Okay, kilometric point, interesting. You see big, large chunks of ice, and you notice maybe some of you like look over to Velen, and you notice that she gives like a big, wide grin. And she's kind of like, yes, we've made it. She's like, are you excited, all of you? This could be it, an opportunity of a lifetime. He's like, do you need any time here? This is about to get very dangerous.
No time like the present.
I think we're all rested. Actually, something before we start going, I do have one question. Did I get any hours for reading that book?
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, you. I would say in total within the journey, you probably collected 10 more hours. I would say from like when we started the session today, and like, some of the nights, some of the pauses. Sometimes you lost a little bit. We'll say about 10 hours.
Is there a progress percentage number at the bottom page?
Yeah, I don't know if you've been tracking that. How many hours you have left there?
34.
Oh, you're getting there. So you need what, 48, right, or something like that?
I have no idea. I don't think you ever gave me a number. You just said it's high.
Ah, that is a.
He only said it's high. He only said it's high because you're a slow reader, Bofades. Your character.
Clearly, if it takes me 48 hours to read a book.
I mean, it's a big old tome, so don't knock it.
The entire Encyclopedia Britannica.
Okay, you're still cooking through it. You still got some time.
Perfect. All right.
But yes, you mark 10 hours. Okay, so at this kind of next section here. Sorry guys, I have like a million tabs open. Okay, so as you approach this kind of coastline here, and she goes, we're here to summon the legendary Angerjuk. Are you familiar with this creature?
Whose underjunk are we summoning?
Are any of us familiar with that?
Why don't you guys give me, I mean, for those that are interested, give me some history checks. I guess I could be everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, broken picture. Okay, 12, 15, 13. say, Jimothy, you've heard of this creature, maybe just from like the whisperings in the towns of like this is a creature that that kind of takes you to the Isle of Oral. Apparently, it's kind of like a transport mechanism or transport creature. While Zoran, you're somehow intimately familiar with this. This
I will
story
copy
here.
my notes in here of what I have on it.
What do you got?
This is all I have. People were chatting about the Frostmaiden, that they live on an island near the sea of moving ice. There's a giant whale to get there. There's a boat on this whale's back. We have to do something with this bell. We gotta ring it. Ring
Correct.
my bell, and a whale will appear.
Dang, okay.
Ding
So
dong,
what Zoran does is,
ding
I guess,
dong,
read
ding
Stephanie's
dong.
notes. You are privy to that information where you're like, okay, yeah, sure enough, you do. It is a specifically a sperm whale with a boat on its back. But what's very interesting about this is that this how do I want to say this? This bell here.
ET Dubs, if I had not rolled a 20, I would not have looked back on my notes. So I was like,
No worries.
that does
But
look right.
What you recall, apparently, what is interesting is that you heard that at least the tale goes is that the creature almost like you get on this boat and you go under water. It's not like it takes you above water. Somehow you have to submerge below the icing, freezing waters. You're not exactly sure how that pans out. The other thing you know, I'll say this, that you have to gain, once you've arrived and rung the bell, you have to get its trust, obtain its trust somehow. Either through some offering or something else like that. You're not exactly sure.
Well,
you're
good thing we have
offering
Orla
more-
here. Just kidding.
You're gonna offer Orla?
Human sacrifice.
I'm kidding. It's a
No.
it's a werebear offering.
He's like, ah, yes. So, Valen's like, all right. Seems like you are familiar with it. She kind of looks at you, Soren, a little bit. She's like, wow, pretty impressed. She's like, yes.
I'm that
Yeah, we
annoying
must-
person. Like, well, actually. Just kidding.
Actually, she's just like, so we must ring this bell here, and the only thing is we have to find this bell, and apparently that will summon. It will have to, once we summon it, we'll kind of have to wait and see if we're able to make an offering of some kind or whatever, or maybe ask some of the locals here. I don't know. Though granted, I don't know how many people live in this in the outskirts here. And okay, so you guys are kind of like at this coastline here. You have an option to go east or west. So you guys kind of debate here whether you guys want to go east to find this bell or west to find this bell. She really has no idea. She says it's on this coastline at some point.
West is best.
What?
West is best.
We go west.
Perfect.
Mm,
Perfect.
okay.
Perfect.
That's it. No deliberation. West is best. Let's do west. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we have to pick a direction. I say we go west for a few days and continue going west if we don't find it.
Okay. So you guys start traveling a bit west. And you are you guys going to be traveling, like, are you just going to travel this coastline? I mean, you see these giant, like, chunks of, like, fragmented pieces of ice that kind of break away from the coastline. They're really thick pieces of ice that you could traverse on. It seems like they're almost like, but some of them there's like a, you know, maybe a foot gap between the chunks of ice. Some of them there's like 5 feet, and some of there's like 10 feet. The gap between them, and it seems like they're leading towards something farther north. So it just depends how much you want to remain on the coastline, or if you guys want to start kind of like hopping across, like between them. Whether you want to partake in this platformer in some respect.
I suggest that we stay on solid land, and I will, for the next 10 minutes, attempt to locate an object and find the nearest bell within 1,000 feet.
Wow, what a bunch of bullshit. What is this? Using your magic?
It's always 1,001 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys, so for the next 10 minutes, you're heading this ping, and you're walking across, and sure enough, I'm not sure enough, brother. After those 10 minutes, you don't get a ping of some bell near you. However, why don't you all give me some perception rolls, please?
What the hell's going on? I mean, what the hell's going on?
God damn.
I mean, someone has to get the ones if everyone else is rolling 20s.
Hey, I mean, I'm just as perceptive as Zoran is, so.
Yeah. Well, we got odds here, so that's good.
Even though my roll was twice as good as hers.
Give me a perception there, Bofades. Both of these? Okay. Right. Oz with a 24. You notice between like two pieces of these giant sheets of ice, or more like slabs of ice, if anything, you notice that a large, like, kind of like ringed horn sticks out of the water. And you notice as that's happening, you notice like a big, like, almost like spurt of water kind of like comes out. It's almost like something's like a maybe letting out air or blowing out water. It's almost like it's some sort of mammalian creature, if you will, of the water.
It's probably just an orca. We're looking for a whale. That's more of like the dolphin family, so.
Or this could be like a narwhal. We don't know.
Yeah.
Goodbye, buddy.
What check, sir?
Nature.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. I'll say with that, you're actually able to distinguish between this, and this is actually a narwhal. Sure enough, you called it there. Zorn.
Well, what is its purpose for being here?
Oh, get the hell out of here. On fire tonight, honestly. But you do spot what seems to be a narwhal.
That is not the whale we're looking for.
Okay. What do you do with that information there?
Zoran, but maybe you could talk to it, and maybe it knows the whale we're looking for.
I was just thinking about that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast speak with animals.
Okay.
Cast it.
And what are you saying to, or calling out to the narwhal? It's a bit away. It's maybe 20 feet away. It's
Hello, friend. I'm trying to find a whale, a sperm whale. I don't. Have you seen one?
And
lately?
You notice that the horn kind of like submerges, and after a brief few moments, it kind of like approaches the coastline, and then the horn kind of like sticks back out of the water, and you notice that this narwhal is kind of like staring at into your direction, and it kind of calls out to you, Hello.
Hey, have you seen a metal item? It looks like a bell. Is there anything on us that looks like a bell? Oh my
I
god.
can
what
minor
is it?
illusion a bell,
Okay.
so I'll do that.
Great. Have you seen something like this nearby?
Yes. It belongs to Angajuk.
I don't know who that is. Just kidding. I do know who that is. Where is it? Is it near here?
Are you friend or foe?
Friend.
Give me persuade, please. Persuasion roll.
I am definitely going to cast guidance on myself.
We're more like distant acquaintances. Oh, okay.
You good?
And let's add a d4 to that.
D4.
Okay, fine. A 15.
Perfect. He goes, You went the wrong direction. It is east. As we say, east is beast. Just
Okay.
like Marshall and Lynch.
No one says that.
Well, thank you for your help. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Yes. Tell Angajuk Nelly says hi.
All right. Tell Nelly, or tell Angajuk that Nelly says hi. Got it.
Okay. He's like, farewell, travelers. And then she, like, goes beneath the water and is gone again.
I say, bye, buddy. Good luck finding your father. Just kidding. No.
What?
Sticks her head out and she's like, how fucking dare you? No. She
This
doesn't.
horn is not for show.
Okay, so yeah, it is the opposite. It's funny enough. I rolled a D2. Just was like, oh, I wonder, whatever, if it's east or west. And it turned out to be the opposite. I was like, of course it is. But okay, so you guys start going the opposite direction, and why don't you guys give me? Well, actually, for the sake of time, I kind of want to keep things moving. I say after a bit of time, you notice that there is like some sort of, I don't know, like, I don't know what I want to call this. What is it? It's like this like sea arch in the water that kind of like protrudes out. Like you notice that there's some elevation change and there's like a bit more of a rocky area. You notice that there's this sea arch, and at the other end of the arch, you notice that there's like this big wooden like platform, and above it there's like this big, long protruding stand, and at the end of it, you notice that there's a big bell hanging from it.
There's no way to know if that's what we're looking for.
You're right. It could not be. Could not be that.
Oh, shoot. I should have asked Nelly what we should have offered as a, like, what Angajuk likes. Fish? Something? I don't know.
I
don't know what
think
we're offering.
I think our offer is going to be Nelly says hi.
We could start there.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I mean, if we're going after a bell, we'll probably have to pay a toll.
What do whales need with money?
For whom the bell tolls.
God damn it.
Obviously. Yeah.
Daniel, I'm gonna have to kick you out of this game here soon. You're out. You're pushing the joke limit or the pun limit here. Okay.
Oh, the puns are unlimited.
Hey.
All right. Okay. So this
Should
is so you guys have to like there is this like narrow arch. You guys, it is like designed for one person to get across, like single file. So it's either one person rings it, or I mean, you guys are all kind of following it together, but it seems like it's not the safest trek across. This arch, this sea arch, is not OSHA safe for sure.
How far is it?
So it's up a little bit. Like there's maybe 10 to 15 foot elevation like gain from where you guys are at, like from the coastline. So you don't go that high up. It is kind of steep though, but then like it is maybe like 10, maybe like 15 feet across this like narrow like straight pass of the sea arch. So so some person's gonna have to like traverse like 10 feet in order to get to this bell and then ring it.
So less than 30 feet?
Yeah, so maybe someone of yeah, I guess if you wanted to do that, a little bit of Pythagoras action perhaps, or a little bit like straight line, I guess. Maybe like up and over.
Could like a mage hand ring the bell?
I'll say no. I'll say it's just out of reach. How about that?
Oh, you said it was 10 feet away.
No, I lied. Then I'm gonna make up arbitrary numbers for you have to do this.
All right, well then I'm gonna change the range on the mage hand. You know, it's just N+1.
No, you as the player don't have that power. That's not how this works.
Damn it, Lathander, ring this bell.
So pick among you the most dexterous, I would say, to go across, or if you guys have other techniques, or
Oz is clearly the most dexterous. He nominates Jimothy.
I would say I would get within 30 feet of it.
Not without mage hand. I will say mage hand's not going to work. But if you have another idea, I'm willing to entertain.
Yes. If I can get
Vortex Warp someone over there, I have 180. Well, I can get him 90 feet.
That could work.
That works too. I say I could get within 30 feet of it and Misty step over.
That I will allow that. That could work.
Why can't we have the frickin' owl do it?
I mean, how hard can I throw the owl?
I mean,
The owl can fly. Wait, how big is this bell? Sorry,
it's like decently sized. It's not the talons of the owl are not going to be able to like ring.
Okay.
It requires like a
Yeah, like I said, how hard do I have to throw the owl?
So it's like a church tower bell, like
a
sort
little
of.
bit. I would say it's not as large. You know, it's not like dong dong, but it is like
Okay.
some like decent mass.
Okay.
I'm going to. I mean, I'll give Jimothy room, but I think I will follow with him. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals again. I don't know. I'm sure the whale can speak to us, but in case he doesn't, and it's whale, I can translate.
Like I said, I will go with my original plan, get within 30 feet and Misty step over.
Okay. So you do that. You Misty step and get over there, and sure enough, you're at the edge there. You may ring the bell. Are you just doing like one ring? Or are you kind of like ding, 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 ding? Like what are you doing? Dinner's ready.
Is it like there like a pull rope or something on it, or do I have to hit it with something?
No, it is a pull rope. Yeah, correct.
All right, so I'll give the rope a tug.
All right, how? Just one tug and just let it go, or are you kind of like really?
No, just like one tug and let it go.
Okay, so you do one tug and let it go, and it kind of like swings back and forth. The whole time, then you hear the dong dong dong. You know, and eventually it kind of starts going down, and the middle part doesn't strike it as hard, and eventually it just stops striking it. And eventually, after a bit of moment there, you notice. Why don't you give me a perception check there, actually? So you're kind of like looking out into the water here. Okay. You ain't seen shit.
I'm just watching the bell swinging as it comes to a halt.
The bell swinging, and maybe you did miss it a couple of times. The rest of you are kind of like wondering, like, what the heck? How is he not seeing this? Like you you notice that Asilo's kind of like looking out. He's like, wonder where whale could be. And then you guys see like multiple like spurts of like water coming out after moments, and Asilo's still looking out, and eventually it's just like below the sea arch, and Asilo still hasn't noticed this thing as it's like just kind of waiting there. What are the rest of you doing?
Waiting to see what happens with the silo, I guess.
Okay. So eventually, Asilo, maybe after a bit of time, you kind of look down and you're like, oh shit, there's the whale. And you see this like large, deep, like almost like slate-colored gray, like sperm whale. And you notice, sperm whale, and eventually you do notice like there's this big, it's like saddle, if you will, or like carrier, like attached, appended to the back of this creature. Who can communicate with it? Was it Sally? You the one? Or Zoran? You cast this on Sally? Who'd you cast this on?
No, I cast it on myself.
Okay.
It's only a spell I can do on me. So, well, I think so. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I just cast it on myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just on myself. So, if I can hear, I mean, we're close enough, right? Or
yeah, I would say you're a few feet. I mean, you're like 30-ish feet out. You can call out to it if you'd like. You have to like yell a little bit.
Yeah. Say, hello. Nellie says hi.
Okay. So eventually you notice that like the whale kind of like makes it as close as it can. You know, it doesn't want to freaking get like caught up and like it's just.
Don't want to get beached.
Beached and capsized there. So it's just like, who are you?
And I guess I'm the only. Yeah. So it's speaking in whale. It's not speaking in.
Correct.
Common.
Especially you calling out to it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask if it can speak in common, so that the rest of my party can contribute. If not, I'm fine speaking whale.
Actually, that's a good question. Let me confirm this real quick. It does. So it eventually changes over to common.
Perfect.
It still seems like a deep voice, but it's like, hello. I am Ongajuk. You say you know Nelly?
Yes. We just, we're quick friends.
Very good. I like Nelly. How can I be of service?
And
Well.
I mean, we want to get to an island, right? So we are wanting to get to let me look.
Doran's like, I have it in my notebook here somewhere.
Where you're trying to get to an island where the Frostmaiden lives.
You seek out
Oral.
You seek out Oral.
Yes.
I would
And we
say
hear
this-
you're the whale for the job.
All right, you may fuck off, and it just starts. No, and it's just like, well, it was nice to meet you. Heyo, just kidding.
Okay, bye.
So it's just like, I don't think this is the best idea, but I was summoned, and I will follow my duty. I must provide you warning that this trip will be dangerous.
How so? Like dangers from the ocean? From under the water? Or
No, the island itself is full of peril. Oh, so I've heard.
probably haven't had an opportunity to explore the island yourself on land, huh?
This is correct. robed individual.
Hmm.
How do you hear that?
Why don't you guys give me perception checks first?
When you give passage, do you only give passage one way, or are we able to get back over here once we're done?
And his name is John C.
And you guys, I would say, those of you that rolled above the 15, you start noticing that there's like these birds kind of like flying from a distance, like big, like four, maybe 5 of them. You can't quite tell. And you notice Oz in particular. You notice that they're not like, they look kind of big. And you notice that like they're like flying in directly towards you, and they're almost kind of like diving down at you. And
Do I recognize what they are by any chance?
You recognize them to look like giant vultures of some kind.
How giant do I guesstimate they are?
They're definitely quite big. They're not. And you notice, but they're like vulture in nature, and they're looking like they're about to dive in on you all. And
we probably need to do something about those giant ass birds up there. Angajuk, do you know what they are?
And you notice that Angajuk starts submerging below the water, and we'll have to pause there for the evening and see what happens next time. You guys are about to be attacked upon by some birds, potentially.
Oh, man.
And us as a group, we would know that, like, those vultures are not, like, native to up here, right? It is weird to see them.
I'll say you're not quite certain. I'll have you maybe roll next time. Hold on to that question.
Yep.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna make a note of that. But yeah, we'll stop there for the evening parting time as you guys have recently rung the bell of Angajuk. And we'll see what peril awaits you next time. Good job, guys. Thanks for, it was a little bit of a slow start, but I'm glad we're kind of getting back into the swing of things here and making some progress.
Wait, you mean negotiating over 10 gold with a shopkeeper that we sold a pot to 6 months ago was going slow?
Hey, now.
Well, when you put it like that, hey, I'm just a DM. You guys tell me what to do and I'll do it.
And we are not playing next week. Well, Daniel, Oliver, and I are not playing next week.
Yeah, I mean, can't really play through it.
Yeah,
but we'll be back on the 22nd.
Because Daniel's going to be in Florida.
Yep.
Oh,
and
so fun. Yeah, no, that works perfectly. Because I was gonna say I wasn't able to play the 15th either, so
I was gonna say that
I'll be here.
it takes up a lot of luggage space to try and take my computer and 3 monitors and
yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Carry on, right?
Yeah, and I don't think they'll let me install OBS on my work computer.
Exactly. So, yeah, we'll.
Wait, do you have to bring your work computer to vacation next week?
Yes, I may have to do payroll next week.
Got it.
Hey,
okay.
Welcome to the fun party.
Yeah, the joys of management.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Well, then we'll see everyone in 2 weeks then.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yep, you too.